What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes. And today you've probably been overloaded on a bunch of campaign levels. They were some of the most difficult ones in the game. 66-6, 7, and 8. They're like three of the most difficult waves you can ever face. But today we're going to change pace a little bit, and we're going to be talking about next week's events. Because Qixi event is one of the bigger events in the entire year. It's pretty much like the Chinese Valentine's Day is what you can kind of think of it as. It's a very big deal. Should be some really good rewards. So we're going to take a little glimpse back to last year. Last year's Qixi, I believe, is the one where Transcendence Vesta came out, and it was like a very, very good event. So we're going to take a look, see what we're going to be anticipating we need to save. Chances are it's a Prophet Orb, Heroic Miracle week, so I'm hoping you can get quite a bit, because there's also Fantasy Factory, and I just don't like the randomness of Fantasy Factory for big events and how many stars because usually it's like spending stars, and we'll talk about it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into the Qixi event supposed preview. So as you guys can see in game, there's really not much to go off of. We of course have a Fantasy Factory which you know, it is what it is. It's really a spenders event. Although free to play, you get some decent stuff for free every month. So I gotta say it's not that bad. It feels like a better Imps Adventure most of the time. We do have Prophet Orb event. So we're getting Freya, I believe, a second time in a row, and that's probably because they don't like putting light and dark heroes in here. Otherwise it would be Mockman. It would have been really cool if they did, but Freya's still a decent support hero. What I'm guessing is you're probably going to want to save 4 to 5 loops. And the reason why I say 5 loops is a lot of times on these bigger events when it comes to Prophet Orbs, a quad loop, 4 full loops is 320. But of course you can do up to 8 loops in the actual event. My guess is we're probably going to need around 400, so like 5 loops of Prophet Orbs. So if you're close or anything like that, make sure you're saving up Prophet Orbs. You are definitely going to want them, because I feel like they're going to be giving some very good rewards in the Qixi Festival. Heroic Miracle given Mockman, that's pretty cool. A good copy to give out. And then really the only spoiler we have here is it says, "Who travels for love finds 1,000 miles, not longer than one." Can't wait to see what surprises await this year's sweet Qixi Festival event. Now, supposedly we're supposed to get an event preview tomorrow, I think, but we don't know how detailed it's going to be. Let's today take a look at last year's event, so that tomorrow when we get the spoiler, we can kind of compare it, and then we can rate how good the event we think is going to be. Because like I said, last year's, it was pretty good. So yeah, let's jump on over to that. Actually, before we even go to that, I do want to kind of talk about a couple things. Number one, we haven't had an event that has, where is it, the Tavern Scrolls being used in a little bit. So I highly suggest you keep saving these Tavern Scrolls, because I feel like probably next week we're going to have one of those ones where it's like the 4-star and above Tavern Quests you have to start in order to get credit. We've seen it as low as like 15, we've seen it as high as 30, so just make sure, especially these purple scrolls, the like epic ones, those are guaranteed 4-star or higher, so those are guaranteed for the quest system. Like I said, 400 Prophet Orbs is going to be a very good number to save, and I would most definitely save up some 5 stars, you know, because of course summoning 5 stars out of the bag, it's always like 30 of them they want you to be able to grab out, so that's important. Granted, you're doing Prophet Orbs anyway, should be pretty good. And then lastly, you will have the honey stars, which, you know, you have these. Where are they? There they are, the Aurora stars. You've been banking them up. Potentially, you might want to cash some of them in for this event. It could be good, could be bad, but I'm thinking probably 400-ish. Maybe 480 Prophet Orbs. I'm thinking 400 is probably going to be the sweet spot. So now let's go take a look at last year's event. Man, one thing I have noticed just looking back at last year's image files, like the quality of image files they put up have gone way up, because these are much, much smaller, and they're kind of like a weird size here, because there's a couple bigger ones here that I want to show off. But yeah, I think this is where we were getting the Jara skin, because again, it's like a Valentine's Day skin, so that's what we got last year. Last year's event also was an Imps Adventure week, so it's like 1 week off from last week, but I think it'll work out better this time, in all honesty. The Wishing Lantern event we had before was you basically like gave things on either side One had like an A and B, the other had a pay-to-win artifact chest. Chances are we'll probably have something similar, or even just an artifact chest on each side nowadays. So typically what this is like, you usually give like affection points to one side or the other. This one was like you give them to each type of lantern, something like that, and you'll get rewards. Chances are you're going to get them from, again, profit orbs. You're probably going to get them from using honey stars in the event, because that's kind of what they've been doing with the Fantasy Factory. Using the honey stars is what gets you the progress. 5-star heroes, tavern quests, things like that. Those are probably going to be what we're going to have. I'd imagine similar stuff where the free-to-play players want to go down the left side, the spenders want to go down the right side. I don't really remember how you got the lanterns last year, honestly. There was also a matchmaking type game. You basically just had to have them unlocked in your avatar gallery. I don't know if we're going to get something like that this time. We'll have to see about that. Matching all couples gave a little bit extra of a bonus reward, which was actually really cool for free to play. Like, it was a decent amount and not that bad. The Magpie Bridge. Okay, yes. I feel like we're going to have some sort of skin event. I don't think we're going to have a swap event, because like we already just had a swap event. I don't know. Maybe. Because what this was is essentially you could just swap out different types of skins, whether limited, festival, legendary, or regular. We kind of just had a skin swap event, so I don't think they're going to do it again. Although this time it was gems, and the last time we had it was, what, anniversary, and you had to use like the currency for it. I'd imagine you're going to be able to spend quite a few gems on skin swaps of some sort, or maybe they'll do what they did like at Valentine's Day, where they have a store in game that lets you swap for like other festival Valentine's Day skins. So that could be something. I don't think we're gonna have an actual swap event, but we'll see. This was like one of the first events they actually started putting the stuff in the Imps Adventure loop. We're not gonna have that, so there's no point talking about that. No shelter. Did have a decent Qixi package with the skin. We do know that really awesome basketball skin for Star Swordsman Mockman will be coming out, so I imagine we'll probably see something like a $50, maybe $100 pack that will maybe even include the skin. I don't know. We're gonna have to see on that one too. And then yeah, value packages. Looks like these were like the premium currency, and the other ones were a lot easier to get. So it's hard to compare directly because it's a different event this year, but I think you can kind of see the similar rewards you might be getting. So let me know what you guys think about the upcoming event. I think it's going to be a big one, to be honest, both free to play and probably for spenders. I know there's still quite a few Android players on the no spending, no purchasing until they hear something back from DH Games, but chances are it'll probably just be something from the marketing team. Don't really know. We'll find out. I know iOS is still purchasing strong, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think about next week's events are going to be. I think we're getting a spoiler tomorrow. If we do, you'll see a video of that as well, and I'll see you guys next time.